Fantasy. 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 Fantasy.
This is Atlanta's new underground station.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Donnell Jones.
Yo, this is Daddy-O, the original Stetsasonic crew.
It's your girl Trina.
How y'all doing? It's King Malachi.
What's up? It's your boy, your folk, Doodoo Brown, Doo Breezy, Fo Sheezy.
WBS 87 Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, WBHH, and on iHeartRadio, home of the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, DJ Rollum, and the Wake Up Ladies. Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Want to catch up on all the latest news, music, entertainment, and Beat Break shows? We got it on demand at BeatBreakRadioFM.com and on the iHeartRadio app under Beat Break 87 FM.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
Who is she?
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
Who is she? Who is she? The radio, even herself.
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be her. Yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her.
Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God.
Everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her.
Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. D Hill Radio Show with your host, D Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860.
This is D Hill.
With your host, D Hill.
This is D Hill.
With your host, D Hill.
Now, here's your host, D Hill.
Thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show. I'm so excited. I know you all have not heard my voice in a couple of weeks because I have been like so sick, and it seems like I cannot get rid of this nasty cough that I have. But anyway, we're going to keep the show going. I got two beautiful ladies in the studio with me. today. My longtime friend, Miss Paula G from the Paula G Show. Is it a morning show or show? Paula G Show?
It's a show. Wednesday evenings, 8:30 p.m. on Survival Radio Network. How are you, my sister?
Oh, I am good. I'm beautiful. Just beautiful. I get so excited when I have another sister in radio joining me. I get so excited.
Me too. Whenever I have one on my show as well. It's like
family.
Family. And I always say when I have guests on, we're having a conversation and the rest of the world just happens to be listening.
Yes.
But when you have a sister in radio on, it's one of those intimate conversations.
Oh, definitely.
And the rest of the world just happens to be listening.
Oh, yes. I love it. And we got Miss Tracy Small sitting in with us today. She's going to be talking about relationships. So go ahead and give us some advice on relationships.
Sure. How's the audience doing on this evening? It is an incredible Saturday. And like Dee Hill mentioned, I am Tracy. I am your relationship ambassador. And tonight I just wanted to expound on the topic of letting go. And when we think in terms of letting go, I want you to just really focus on the fact of whether it is an intimate relationship or a platonic. And so many times, in life, we go through life. And life happens, and we never know what the outcome's going to be. And, oftentimes we're so busy and so preoccupied with what has happened, whether it be the breakup unexpectedly, your husband walked out on you, your wife walked out on you, or whether you were engaged to be married, you were so full with excitement, planning the wedding and everything. And then, 2 weeks before the wedding, he cancels or she cancels. And then down the line, a month or two later, 6 months later, a year later, 5 years later, you're still holding on to the past. And because of that, you're not really able to embrace the present moment. So, I just wanted to say how important it is to just be able to let go and know that with all your hurt and your pain, God doesn't give it to you just for pain. It's part of the process. It's part of getting you to your birthright, which is to be spectacular, which to have a better man, a better boo, a better husband, to have a much more fulfilling life. But only if we can conceptualize the fact that letting go, do not when it happens. And if you feel that you've actually have given your best, totally, then please do not go to baggage claim. There is no need to feel ashamed. There is no need to feel embarrassed, because basically once you have experienced that hurt or that past, it's the past. Of course you're going to think about it because we all are humans, but don't stay stuck in it or stagnated. You step on it each and every day and you declare that because of that, what has happened and transpired in your life, it's only setting you up for a better, bigger blessing. And, so many times, we're humans, we get hurt. Sometimes we get sad, we get depressed, we're ending up having to take antidepressant medication. All of that is fine and dandy, but at some point you got to say, baby girl, it's time to get up. Or baby boy, it is time to get up and move forward. You're not going to you should not stay down forever. If you feel that you're that stuck, do your positive self-talk and say, you know what? I believe in a higher power. I believe in my God. And because of this experience, it's only going to allow me to experience the enhancement, the overflow of something even better and something even more beautiful. But it comes to a point where as an individual, you got to first grasp that ideology. So my point is, when it happens, we're not in control of other people and their actions and what they do. We're only responsible for the things that we are doing and what we control. And everything else, let it go. And like I said, baggage claim, don't claim it. But, we live in a society where, we're so quick to attach ourselves to feeling ashamed, feeling embarrassed. And I'm thinking, why? It's all about being a blessing to other people with your trials and your tribulations. And when you triumph, you're able to explore it, you're able to express it, and you're able to give it to other people.
Let me ask you this. What advice would you give someone that's trying to get over some hurt?
I tell you, the best advice you can actually do for yourself and give to yourself is first come to the realization that it's okay, that it has happened. But even with it happening and the fact that it's okay, you've got to actually reprogram your mindset.
Okay.
Basically, that's where the suggestion would be. If you're able to reprogram the way that you think about that trial, that hurt, that past that has happened, you're able to control everything else, whether it be reprogramming the mind, first and foremost, the way you think and thought about that past hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else comes into play, a full circle, 365 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get under the fact of being able to conceptualize and do your positive self-affirmations,
Okay.
that's very important. And that way you're literally saying to yourself that I'm going to be okay. I am going to triumph. You know, I'm not going to waddle in my pain in my past. Yes, I'm going to feel the pain. I want you to identify with it. But basically, the main point in the suggestion that I would recommend is being able to shift the mindset of how you view what has happened to you. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to form happier, healthier relationships first with yourself.
Okay.
Because it's like you got to tear down the fact that you're just distorted.
Yeah.
And then you got to rebuild yourself back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you do that, then you're able to see the overflow in your spirituality, your physically, mentally, and even in your social being.
Okay. Let me ask you this. I've heard this before. I heard men and women say that's sometimes why they date more than one person, because it's one leave, then it would not hurt as much as just focusing on having a relationship with one person. How do you feel about that?
I mean, everybody decides to do what they do because their own rationale behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But even still with the hurt, I mean, the pain is still going to be there. But the fact of you wanting to date other people in an event that something happens, it's a personal choice.
Okay.
Me personally, it really depends on what you define as dating, whether it be dating someone exclusively or, like you say, dating more than one person. I personally feel that, that should not be the case. But if you feel that it's going to help you, then I would say do an evaluation of why you feel that need.
Okay.
Because basically it's something that is within you that is lacking, and there's a void there. Mm-hmm. Why you feel in your mind that that's what you're wanting to do as far as dating. So if he or she leaves, you have someone else. Mm-hmm. That should not be the case.
Okay.
Because to me, it says that, you need to do a self-evaluation and figure out what it is within you that you need to work on and groom.
Okay.
To fill that void.
Okay. And what were you saying about the 6 to 8 month period?
Basically, depending on, if something transpired as far as the hurt, it could be 6 months, 8 months, 2 months, 5 months, 5 years, 1 year. But people are still literally holding on to those baggages.
Okay.
And it doesn't allow you to be in the present like we're here sitting if you're so stuck on the past.
Okay.
It's happened. Let it go, baby girl. Let it go, baby boy. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Because you're going to miss out, which I would dislike for anybody to do, miss out on your present moment and what your future is looking like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because my advice, because I've been through hurt, but mine wasn't love or anything. It was more so like death or something like that. And, people used to tell me all the time, well, you got to get over it. You got to get over it. I could only get over it when I'm ready to get over it. So do you think putting 6 months to 8 months, do you think that that's fair to the person that's been in a relationship for 12 years and hurt, and we tell them, okay, you got to get over it 6 to 8 months? Do you think that that's fair?
I really don't. I mean, for me personally, I don't feel that someone should put a time frame on when someone should get over their past hurt or pain.
Okay.
Because everybody develop and everybody heal in their own pace. And there's no rush. Feel the pain.
Okay.
But, definitely, as you're feeling the pain, I do recommend that you still try to live life to the best that you can.
Okay.
And, prime example, 17 years ago when I was dating this one guy. And, I was devastated. We were thinking to buy a house together. And, I was all excited and all. He up and left me. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I was devastated, And, I had friends that would say, oh, man, take you a drink. You'll be all right. And I'm thinking, I don't drink anymore, and I'm not going to start back. But then if I took a drink, got a little buzz on, guess what? When I wake up, I got over that little buzz. It's the
Still
reality is still there. So no, 6 to 8 months, take the time to heal and don't allow someone else to dictate how
Yes.
long it should take.
Okay.
But in the process of healing, still try to get up, go to work, socialize, do your own life, whatever that may be, whether it's you building your own career, building your own business, just at least take a baby step. And if
Yeah.
you decide to do that, those baby steps become bigger baby steps. And then those bigger baby steps become even bigger baby steps. But you got to be able to take those steps.
Okay, Paul, did you have some questions that you wanted to ask?
I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and you're talking about changing the mindset, and that's one of the platforms that I have on my show. And I always say the greatest conversation that you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears, because it determines your destiny. And in the process of healing, a lot of times that conversation may require the person holding up a mirror and taking a journey back and peeling back those layers, because those multiple, seeing multiple people at the same time, and you're right, it kind of speaks to something deeper. It speaks to that baggage. So, we got to take a moment, stop, unzip that suitcase and empty out that suitcase and empty out that baggage to really discover what it is that is causing that behavior in our lives, so we can move forward and we can heal. And you're absolutely right. There's no time limit on the healing, because we all heal differently from our hurts based on that baggage that's in that suitcase. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
And I would like to ask, since we have a male, Rick King, who's my producer of the D Hill Radio Show, I would like to.
Two males back there.
Oh yeah, we had two. I
We
forgot
got two
about the
back
other
there.
one. And I would like to get his input for as a man's point of view.
Perspective.
It hurts.
Okay.
Point blank period. And there's no time limit. I don't think nobody should have a time limit on when they should get over what hurts them.
Yes.
Now, at the same time, you can't put your hurt on to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to
Say
figure out
that.
a way to manage your hurt
Okay.
and how you deal with everybody else that's in your life. But it hurts.
Yeah.
Love hurts.
Yeah.
And I believe, and to me as a man, I feel it hurts us a lot more because
I was getting ready to ask that.
because we're technically not the nourishing. We're not supposed to be in love.
Yeah.
That love dog. Come on, you're a punk.
Yeah.
You love the girl, you're a punk. So
Okay.
So
Yeah.
for me, it seems like it hurts more when it doesn't work.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to take that time. You have to get over it. You have to get rid of it. And dating somebody else is not going to help you get over it.
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, but I do now. But if I'm dating multiple people, that don't mean I'm dating all those multiple people because I don't want to not have somebody. I'm dating multiple people because that's what I want to do at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And yes, to me, I believe that I give them the option also to be a part of me dating multiple people
Okay.
because that's only fair to them, and hopefully to keep me living. If one find out I'm dating
Yes.
somebody else,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole-
So I'm trying to live a little longer. So I believe in letting them know.
Exactly.
But
Right.
dealing with hurt, love, and relationships, I don't care how you deal with it. You have to deal with it. Eventually, you have to look in that mirror.
Yeah.
You have to be like, it's one day you have to get up and say, I can't do this no more. I got to get over this, so you got to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I think he raises a good point, and I'm glad that he mentioned that. And I think a lot more women are realizing that our men really hurt. And for them it's harder because, as he said, you have this this macho image that they are to portray.
Yes.
And sharing their feelings and emotions is not one of them. And being careful, as he mentioned, being careful when you're hurting, not to project that on others. The saying, hurt people.
Oh, yeah.
Not projecting that on others. So it definitely is a journey. It definitely is a journey.
And we talk about that all the time, me and you, Tracy, for as hurt men, because you say it's okay for a man to come on your shoulder and cry.
Of course. course.
Yeah.
Any day.
And I'm like, hold up. I mean, what you
And see again,
crying
you know,
about
like,
now?
Like,
But see,
Wait,
that's-
wait,
see,
wait,
that's
wait.
the- see, that's
Wait,
the-
hold
that's
on.
the issue
D,
with the
wait a
ladies.
minute.
Right there.
D.
And the only thing that we could do
Okay.
is, you know, it starts from childhood. You know, being
Yes.
a parent, and for all the
Yes.
listeners out there, you know, allow your baby boy and instill in them the fact that expressing your emotions is perfectly okay. So that as you're embedding that into them, as they get older,
Yes.
as a preteen, a teenager, and an adult, then they will have no issues with being expressive if it means
Okay.
crying. So, you know, it starts with, you know, your upbringing. And, you know,
Okay.
to all the listeners that are out there, you know, it's imperative that you instill that in your baby boys. Because, you know, oftentimes, you know, if kids are playing outside and the little boy is riding his bike and he falls, oh, man, get up. Why you acting like a little sissy? No, he's hurt. He has pain. Let him express it. And, you
Okay.
know, like the your producer mentioned, you know, as a man, it's not acceptable in society, but I beg to differ.
Okay.
And because, too, you know, another thing, too, unexpressed emotion in a man, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but unexpressed
Okay.
emotion in a man can turn into rage in
Okay.
that same
Exactly.
in that same man. And as you said, you know, having the opportunity to express themselves,
Okay.
but also the women around them being able to embrace, encourage,
Okay.
without them feeling less than a man.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes
All right.
shutting up. But going back to what you just said, the unexpressed.
Yeah.
I am not a victim. I'm one of those people.
Okay.
Because and it's one of those things that help destroy my marriage is the fact that I was taught that you don't express
yourself.
You hold it all in.
Okay.
I'm one of those people. At some point, it has to come out.
It does.
Right.
Okay.
And, so when it comes out, it's never the way it's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Because it's manifest, like whenever that starts, let's say it could have been 15 years ago. Let's just pick a number. So over the 15 years, it's manifested in different ways. And then that rage comes out, you know, 20 times stronger than it would have had it just come out
And
initially.
And I pose a question to all the ladies that may have issues with, you know, their counterpart, their man, their cut buddy, husbands, wife, fiancés. Not wives, but what would you prefer?
Yeah.
You know, your man crying on your shoulder, expressing their hurt and their pain and their fears when they walk outside the door. Would you prefer that, or you being kicked up or slammed against the wall, punched? You know, kicked on, you know, in the face, spit in the face. Because, like you said, eventually everything that is manifested is going to eventually come out. So how is it that you would want him to display his feelings? You know, and I just pose that question to the ladies that have issues with men crying.
Okay. All right. Well, I can understand that. And, you know, if my husband hurt about something, definitely come to me and cry on my shoulder. But the only thing that I don't understand and will not put up with, him crying every 5 minutes. That I'm not going to put up with that.
Okay. And that's your personal
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
But, I mean, that's okay with you?
You know, again, we all are individuals. We all
Yeah.
are different. And what may be hurting to you, I may deal with it differently.
Okay.
And, you know, I may cry a little bit more than you do.
Okay.
And you may cry less. But that's not to say that he's no less of a man than the other man because he's crying every 5 minutes. You know, he's just more sentimental, more emotional. And it's perfectly okay.
Okay.
And it may be, you know,
Okay.
again, it may be something that, you know, if that,
Underlined.
yes, if that's occurring, then there's some sort of underlying cause for it, and maybe together, you know, work towards helping him to process through whatever that is.
The other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes you may find that on the other side of it, then you wind up with someone that's not crying every Friday, you know, as you expressed, because you've walked through that with him.
Okay.
And I promise you, if you have a man like that and you've walked through that sort of thing with him, oh, he's going to be your king on the other side.
Yeah.
He's going to be your king on the other side.
Yeah.
Because you've walked through that with him, and you have not made him feel less of a man. You walk through whatever that circumstance with
Okay.
is, and
Right.
you've ridden shotgun with him. So
Okay. I remember, Tracy, when I want to say I was in the 7th grade, I had fell in love with this senior. And my mom would not let me date at the time. So, of course, he started dating other women. I even got to fight with one of the girls at school.
Oh, wow.
His girlfriend. And it was like I was just so hurt. And in my mind, I was just going to be in love with him forever.
Yeah.
I lost weight behind that.
Yeah.
And, it's like I was emotionally hurt behind that. And I eventually got over it. But I just thought that was just going to last forever. Yeah, my hurt was just going to last forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, there was a reason being behind your mama not wanting you to date.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you and I, have talked about before, sometimes the inability for our parents to communicate with us about dating and things of that nature hinders the fact of them wanting you to explore what dating is like.
Yeah.
And, it's no fault to them because they're only able to provide you with knowledge they have at that present moment in that present time.
Mhm.
So, the fact that she did not want you to was probably because she was afraid what may happen.
Because I was too young.
Okay.
Yeah.
7th grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too young to be. Too young to even be looking at boys. But, the hurt I was going through, I'm pretty sure adults go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
thinking
you
they were never
experienced
going to get over it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Thinking they're never going to get over it. Yeah. So I eventually did. So
I don't know, because when I was in middle school, when I was in middle school, I was going to like little parties and things of that
Really?
nature.
Okay.
And same thing with me, my mama didn't want me to, go out on little dates and all, but she would let me go to little parties. And I'm thinking, wouldn't you prefer the little boy come over to the house and that way you know what we're doing? We're sitting in front of your face, as opposed to you sending me to the little Friday night parties, because of course I met them there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
I
I was
don't get it.
Yeah, I just shared that because I know adults go through the same thing. Like you're never gonna get over this person,
and you feel that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, is the pain gonna get any lighter?
Mhm.
It's like
not at
and
that moment.
Heart pain is that emotional pain. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah,
it's different from that physical pain.
Yes, definitely.
Literally, yeah,
definitely. Wow. So we got some. I want to thank you for coming in talking about healing relationships.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Because like I explained to you before, this one lady said, for us, how to heal a relationship is communicating. And some women want to work on healing that relationship with a man, but sometimes they don't want to work on it with another woman.
Exactly.
Sitting down talking with that other woman.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for joining us today talking about relationships. And you're here every
second Saturday.
Second Saturday of the month.
Yes.
Okay. And from 7 to 7:30?
Yes.
Okay, and how can people get in contact with you if they have any questions on relationships or anything?
Sure, they can reach me at www.tracy, that's Tracy, the letter N, Smalls, SMALLS.net. And same thing is applicable with social media, Tracy N. Smalls.
All right. Thank you for joining the D Hill Radio Show. So we're getting ready to go to a music break, and we will be back with you shortly.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, And I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation? It's when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break 87 FM wants to help you get the word out on your next community event.
Hey, do you have an upcoming public service announcement that you want listeners to know about? Well, email us the info to psabeatbreak87fm@gmail.com so we can help spread the word. That's psabeatbreak87fm@gmail.com. If your event flyer has the words nonprofit, community, support, charity, and just describes everything about helping our community, please share the special event right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Previously on the Beat Break Morning Show.
Comedian Doodle Brown, ladies and gentlemen, it's already in the building.
I do it all. Def Comedy Jam, P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy.
What else can you do?
What else can I do?
Aren't you
Aren't I what? Just spit it out.
a minister?
I'm an ordained minister, yes.
Awesome.
I did not know that.
Awesome.
Wow, because I was I went online, I looked at one of the videos, and it was a woman who was kind of half naked, and she was up on you and stuff. And so with Lily pointing out that you are a minister, I'm like, okay, how current was that video? How recent was that video?
That's my most recent video. Fresh. Won't it do it?
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
All right, we're back. We're back here on the D Here Radio Show. We hope that you all enjoyed that music. I think that was what Mary J. Blige. Mary.
Take it back when Mary was a little bit depressed and was, had some things going on. That good Mary J. B.
Oh boy,
that good Mary J.
She's still the greatest. And I forgot at the beginning. We want to dedicate this whole entire show to Miss Denise LaSalle. She passed away, and I don't know if you all remember her, but she brought us that hit song, Don't Mess With My Tutu, a very popular blues singer. So we want to dedicate this entire show to her. We have a caller on the line, Mr. Taz. I asked him to call in because he's going to be telling us about IML. I don't know if you all ever heard of IML, but it's like the biggest thing going on now with folks making some money. And I'm talking some big money. So I asked him to call in and share with us a little bit about, IML, what's going on, and all that money folks are making. So I'm very excited about that because y'all know that's like my favorite subject, talking about money. Hey, Mr. Taz, what's going on? Hello? Okay, he's probably got disconnected, so he's definitely gonna be calling us back and talk about IML. And I don't know if y'all heard of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Bitcoin.
Really?
Mhm.
Bitcoin?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like the future of money.
money.
Everybody
Mhm.
been talking about. And
Yes, a big thing.
Yeah. So he's gonna be, I guess, sharing that with us as well. They say don't buy it, trade it. But me, I went and bought some.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I call myself a little investor, honey. I be doing it. I don't be knowing what I be doing, but I be out there doing it. So he's going to be talking about us, about IML. I'm going to ask him about Bitcoin. So if y'all got some questions, make sure that y'all jump in and ask also. Hi, Mr. Taz. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Better than amazing. Better than amazing.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in to the D Here Radio Show.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about this IML and about this meeting that you all went to today that I missed. I know Christopher Terry, who's the owner of IML, he was there hosting that meeting. So tell us a little bit about IML, then go into the meeting briefly about what y'all talked about today.
Oh, okay. Well, IML is short for iMarket Live.
Okay.
And it is Forex Academy, which is Forex stands for foreign exchange.
Okay.
And we are basically in a takeover mode, basically. This is a platform that can help people change their lives, retire from their job, and live, and basically make the dreams come true, like such as mine.
Yeah.
Myself, I've been trading in Forex for over 2 years now. I retired my job in 2016, and I'm currently at home making money all day, traveling and helping people worldwide right now see a whole different side of the world, a whole different industry that can change, that's so powerful.
Okay.
And, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Do you all just trade Forex or do you all trade Bitcoin too? And please explain to everybody what Bitcoin is for those that don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, we trade Bitcoin as well, and that's something we talked about today in IML at the event today that was in Atlanta. A little bit about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital currency, and they call it like cryptocurrency. There's plenty of different currencies out there in crypto, but Bitcoin, being the mother of them all, is basically how can I explain this so everybody can understand?
So it's the future of our money. They're trying to say that's what we're going to be using instead of the dollar bill.
Yeah,
in the future.
Yes,
okay,
yes. It's definitely the future of the currency right now. So they're trying to replace the greenback, which is the dollar, with the Bitcoin. So one Bitcoin right now is going for $15,000. So if you invested into Bitcoin in 2014, right now you could possibly be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the train has not left the station, and you have an opportunity to still invest in it. And this can change a lot of lives. We're looking at a couple of millionaire six-figure earners by this summer just for us investing in it right now, and as it going up. So that's some things we have talked about today at the conference, and also Christopher Terry is a $100 million trader. All he did was trade for the last couple of years, and he's the CEO of iMarket Live. And we just launched cryptocurrency academy. All right, and what this is going to be doing is it's going to be helping people get more educated on cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, and there's other currencies on crypto trade as well. But it's going to not only help you get educated, but you're also going to be able to trade alongside of a professional guru that's basically educating you and telling you what trades to get in on the cryptocurrency side. So that right there is life-changing alone.
Yeah. So for those of you all who don't understand what he's saying, what it is, I look at some of the videos. It's for those who don't know how to do the stock market or trade or anything like that. You have professional people trading for you. So you're not doing anything except for making money. That's what I really love about it. Wow. Anything else you want to add before you before we end this call? I want to thank you for calling in so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Well, I say this. My last thing saying is this is something definitely everybody should do a little research on, and everybody should pay attention to, which is Forex. That's Forex.
Okay.
And I think this is just to let you know, this is a skill set that you can learn.
Okay.
That no one can take from you.
Okay. You want to hold on for 1 second for me? I think we got a caller that's calling in that has a question for you.
Okay.
Hi, caller.
D Hill, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I do. How are you?
Okay, so that's D Hill Parla, and what's your current guest's name again?
Tracy.
Okay. His name is Tracy?
Oh, Mr. Taz, talking about the Forex?
Taz, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Taz. I'm sorry.
Taz, I'm calling you from a city where there's a Federal Reserve Bank, and I was at a meeting not too long ago where the discussion is that the government's preparing for the possibility, emphasis on the word possibility, of designing its own digital currency or cryptocurrency. Now, they've done it over in China already. With that in mind, and with this thing in mind as well, and Bitcoin's value is primarily based on its ability to be purchased by people who use U.S. dollars in this country. Like, it's only as strong as somebody who has U.S. dollars says it is, and they want to buy it. What do you feel? What do you feel about the future of Bitcoin if the central bank decides to say, okay, well, we're gonna make our own?
Oh man, speaking of that, the federal banks have already made some of their own. It's
but not
so
crypto.
many different, not crypto, but they have made some coins. They have made some coins.
Now, I'm talking about digital
Bitcoin. Yeah, digital.
I'm talking about something that simulates something that's going to simulate Bitcoin. Well, before you answer, let me say this too. Just occurred to me. I know this dilemma will occur if the government gets involved. It's going to reduce the ability for the major banks to compete, because that means they're going to lose money, and then it's also going to bring in more regulation for the private consumer. And most consumers don't want the government that much in their business as far as spending money, So I know that's going to happen. But separate from that, I could see where that would squash Bitcoin, man. That would crush Bitcoin. Do you have an opinion on it?
I say it's more going on in the background than than the information they put out there, such as they're trying to get their hands into the Bitcoin as well. Because basically the government is the big boys, and if everything gonna be regulated and everything, then the government gotta have some hands in it. So it's not gonna be able to stay away from the government too long, but trust me, they're finding ways to get into it.
And do you feel this? Then I have one other question. Do you feel that it compromises the our system of services that our government provides? Like, Bitcoin tries to get around having to pay taxes. That's the big thing that people like about Bitcoin. Okay, but taxes are what provide the services for us as being American citizens. So if more people want to get in Bitcoin because they want to get around the taxes, then that reduces the tax base. And if the tax base is reduced, then the services are reduced. And there are a lot of services that we get by being American citizens, not to mention public schools, Social Security, and a handful of other things. Where you at with that thought?
Taz, caller, I just basically asked him to call in and talk about IML. I don't know if he is equipped to answer all those questions.
He can answer based on his opinion. I'm not holding you to anything other than what your thought is on it.
Yeah, my opinion on that, bro, and just my opinion. I'm looking at let's talk about round 2020. I can see it being our currency, our full currency, because that's the direction that they're pushing it in. Now, as far as what's really going on in things, it's a lot of things that you have to do research on, and also I have to do more research on as well, because my field is Forex. I'm good at investing into the cryptocurrency, but I don't know everything about cryptocurrency. I just know how to make money in it.
Yeah,
You know,
I
just to be
you're not
honest.
into the intricacies of it. You're more into the profit of it. That makes sense.
Right.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
know.
So, but I have people that's with me. The name of my company is the Millionaire Mob, and I have other experts that's with me that have more knowledge on cryptocurrency. And like I said, it's just been launched in IML, so I'm also a student of the cryptocurrency world as well. But in the Forex world, that's what I expertise at. And trading regular currencies.
The Doe, the Deutschmark, francs, pound,
Right,
things
correct.
like that. Okay.
Correct.
All right. And Carl, I hope that he answered your questions for you. And Taz, I want to thank you so much for calling in and sharing that information and with us about the Bitcoin and IML. So definitely, you know, I'm excited about jumping on both. Because like I say, it's time for me to get this money.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. But thank you for having me, Dee.
Oh, definitely. And I would definitely see you tomorrow, mister.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
All right, you have a good one.
All right, you too.
Okay. All right. Wow. I don't know if this ever happened to y'all, but a couple of weeks ago, I went to pump gas. My card declined. Now I'm like, I know I got over a certain amount of money in this account. So when I called the bank and my account was like negative, then it was like maybe 3 or 4 hours in there, the money showed up in my account. And then I didn't understand that had never happened to me before.
Oh, wow.
I've had that happen, a delay in, you know, the card wasn't necessarily declined, but on my account I have like an overdraft protection, and that kicked in, and I'm like, well, I know I've got a certain amount of money. If I put a deposit in, I know I have a certain amount of money in there. And sometimes it seems like there's a delay. I can't explain it, but sometimes it seems like, you know, there's a delay where the funds aren't getting into your account in a timely manner. And when I've gone to the bank to inquire, you know, to me, the young lady seemed like she was kind of stumbling over her words.
Yeah,
like
she probably know what was going on.
Like she really couldn't give me a clear explanation as to, you know, how that occurred. But yes, I've had similar experiences.
That was just so scary. That was a very scary situation. All right, Miss Paula, so going to you, what do you have going on with you or your church or organization?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's been a minute.
Definitely.
It's been a while. And also, you know, I always start my show with giving my engineer a shout out. So I want to give your engineer, Rick, a shout out. And also your intern, Sheldon, a shout out, as well as my regular engineer on the Paula G Show, Mr. Mike Barnes.
All right.
Because we can't do what we do unless they do what they do.
Thank you.
So we want to make sure we give them props. Thank you, gentlemen.
They're the reason for the season.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But you know what the reason I'm here this evening is because anyone that knows Paula G knows that I'm really passionate about youth.
Okay.
And our youth today, the dropout rate of our young people, not only here in the state of Georgia, but across the United States, the number seems to be ever increasing. Our youth are dropping out for one reason or another. Now, sometimes it's the reasons that we think of, you know, they're skipping class, they've had discipline issues, you know, all kinds of things that the young people will get into. But sometimes it's out of their control. Sometimes it's the adults around them. You know, they have to drop out to go to work or raise children, whatever it is. But the bottom line is they're dropping out of high school.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they need their education. Long gone are the days where, you know, we could survive without a high school diploma, or we could survive with just a high school diploma. So the company that I'm now working for, and I'm proud to be working for, is called Eckerd Connects Paxson. And their vision is to ensure that each child and young adult has the opportunity to succeed. We now have a location in DeKalb County, Eckerd Connects Paxson, and we're sponsored by the DeKalb WorkSource in DeKalb County. And we want to thank the DeKalb WorkSource so much for being our funding agency.
Okay.
We are now located at St. Philip AME Church, 240 Candler Road. And we also want to thank St. Philip Church for being such a wonderful host. We've been in their building now for about a month, and they've just been very gracious in helping us to get started so we can do what we need to do for young people.
Okay.
But who are we? We are in a GED accelerated program. And what that means is we're a 6-week intensive GED training program. We will assist young people in preparing for taking and passing the 4 GED tests. And anyone that's between the ages of 25, 30, 35 and up may remember those 4 graduation tests. If you went to high school here in Atlanta, see D's over there small. If you went to high school here in Atlanta, you remember those graduation tests. You took the English on Monday, math on Tuesday, science on Wednesday, social studies on Thursday. Basically, that's what this is.
Okay.
You know, but getting a GED, and I want to pause for a moment, getting a GED is not as easy as some may feel that it is. And for any young people that are listening, that are in high school and thinking, oh, I'm just going to drop out and go get my GED, I first strongly encourage you to stay where you are.
Yes.
It's not as easy as you think getting your GED. Stay where you are. We are not encouraging young people to drop out of high school. However, for whatever reason, if they do drop out of high school, we have this opportunity that is available for them to obtain their GED. While they're working toward their GED, we are also working with them on the next step, whether it's 2-year college, 4-year college, the workforce, the military, whatever it is that they want to do. While we are working with them on their GED, we are also working with them toward the next step. Our next class begins January 22nd, but we will have ongoing classes from there as well. And in regard to eligibility, someone may be listening that knows someone that needs their GED. What do we need? Need to be between the ages of 16 to 24, have dropped out of high school, a resident of DeKalb County. They have the desire to get their GED. All we need them to do is just show up. There's no cost.
Okay.
I don't have books, I don't have paper. You don't need to bring any of that. Just come with the desire to learn, and we will help you to be successful. We will help you get your GED. We will help you to move on to the next step. Also, what they will need as far as entry into the program: a valid Georgia ID, birth certificate, a high school withdrawal form, a social security card, a proof of income. There's absolutely no cost to the student. Again, we're located at St. Philip AME Church, 240 Candler Road. Our phone number is 470-553-0267 or 678-553-8070. Our site manager is Dawn Hoskin, and that's dhoskin@eckerd.org. If you're interested in emailing her, you can also email me, pferguson@eckerd.org. Dr. Natalie Jackson is our regional director, and Mr. Taiwan Thomas is our career coach and math instructor. If the listeners want to learn more about Eckerd, they can go to www.eckerd.org to learn more about Eckerd. Eckerd has been in business for over 50 years.
Okay.
And it was founded by a couple, Jack and Ruth Eckerd, who really had a passion for helping young people. And not only do they have services for GED and workforce placement, but also they provide services for foster care, adoption, workforce development, aid for the homeless, traditional services for troubled youth. So they have a reputation. They have been around for, like I said, over 50 years. It's not a fly-by-night type of place. So hopefully those who are listening will reach out and just come, show up, ready to learn, and we will get them to where they need to be.
And this only for DeKalb residents, correct?
No, and I'm glad you mentioned that. There are Eckerd Paxson locations throughout the United States in 20 states.
Okay.
In 20 states throughout the U.S. And like I said, they can go on the website, www.eckerd.org, to learn more. But we're in Fulton County. There's a location in Cartersville. There are locations throughout the Atlanta area.
Okay.
But the location that I'm presently working at is the one in DeKalb County. But again, I'll give a phone number if anyone wants more information, or if they're in a different county.
Okay, I was going to ask about Clayton County.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what nights are the classes?
The classes are daytime during the day. Well, it depends on the location. The class hours really depends on the location. We try not to make it the traditional school environment because for some people, That's part of the reason why they dropped out of high school.
Okay.
So basically, is we do what is needed to get them where they need to go.
Okay.
You know,
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can a person retake their GED test?
if they fail, there's a passing score.
Really?
So
Okay.
if they don't meet that passing score, then yes, they keep taking it until they meet that passing score. And I'm glad you asked that question, because we do have students that will take certain parts of the test and will pass. Math is usually the Achilles heel. That's usually the Achilles heel.
Okay.
Next to social studies. And if you remember back in the day, because I'm a professional school counselor as well, so back in the day that 1 year or one period of time, it was the math that was getting the students. Then it was the social studies that was getting the students.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they keep retaking it till they pass.
And I'm so glad that you are offering the class, because when I took my GED, there was no class
Yes.
offered. You go pay your money, and if you fail, you had to pay your money again to take the test. And me, myself, the reason I asked, can you retake it? Because I made a 70. And certain things that I want to, or certain schooling that I want, I can't get credit for because that GED test is kind of low.
Well,
so
with what we do, we help with to prepare them to take and pass the GED test, but also
Okay.
the next step.
Okay.
So if we know the next step, you want to go to XYZ college, this is what you need to get into XYZ college. We're going to work with you to make sure that you get whatever score you need in order
Okay.
to get into XYZ college.
I would definitely love to retake my GED test if I could. Yeah, I definitely would love to do
Okay,
that.
well, we can sidebar,
Okay.
because for this particular program, the ages are 16 to 24.
Okay, I'm too
but,
old.
But,
all right,
but we can sidebar and see
Okay.
see what we can talk about.
All
We'll
right.
talk about that.
That sounds good to me.
But thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to get some students here that has maybe gone through your organization,
Okay,
have finished,
absolutely.
and have them to come on
yes.
here. Tell their
Okay. Oh,
testimony.
thank you.
Definitely.
Okay. Absolutely.
Times fly. We didn't even do our hot topic. Good Lord. We had a good hot topic, too. So I guess we'll discuss that next Saturday. If you all not doing anything, I would love for you all to come back and talk about that.
Okay,
So
yes.
thank you all for joining the D Here Radio
Thank
Show
you.
with me today.
Thank you.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin T. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation?
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break 87 FM wants to help you get the word out on your next community event.
Hey, do you have an upcoming public service announcement that you want listeners to know about? Well, email us the info to psabeatbreak87fm@gmail.com so we can help spread the word. That's psabeatbreak87fm@gmail.com. If your event flyer has the words nonprofit, community, support, charity, and just describes everything about helping our community, please share the special event right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Previously on the Beat Break Morning Show.
Comedian Doodle Brown, ladies and gentlemen, it's already in the building.
I do it all. Def Comedy Jam, P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy.
What else can you do?
What else can I do?
Aren't you
Aren't I what? Just spit it out.
a minister?
I'm an ordained minister, yes.
Awesome.
I did not know that.
Awesome.
Wow, because I was looking at, I went online, I looked at one of the videos, and it was a woman who was kind of half naked, and she was up on you and stuff. And so with Lily pointing out that you are a minister, I'm like, okay, how current was that video? How recent was that video?
That's my most recent video.
Won't it do it? The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com. When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.